Hey guys, it's me. It's been over a year, I know, since I've checked in, but I've been pretty busy. A lot of stuff going on, so I'm just gonna get on here and do a little update and tell you what's going on. So the last time I did a video, it was over a year ago, like I said. I think it was last May. Last May. And I told you guys that I was going to be starting something on my own, and it was me and my husband, and we finally did everything we needed to do, and we did start a new business, and so that's up and running. It's been up and running since January, I believe, and it's a t-shirt company, and so we have our own website, but it's not something I'm going to advertise because it's kind of a controversial subjects, I should say, and it's not something I'm going to advertise unless someone is really interested. Then I might let them know about it. But anyways, starting just last month, I started something else for just myself, and as you can see behind me is a row of clothes, and I am now a LuLaRoe independent fashion consultant. So if you're interested in looking at the clothing or learning about the business side of it, I will leave a link down below and you can check into it yourself. If some of you know me, you know that I love to research health topics, and I want to always share with you guys once I find something that I think is interesting. As far as HCG goes, I have not done HCG in years. I couldn't even tell you the last time I've done a round. But as I said in my last video, I have learned to eat what works for me, and what works for me is on the lower carb end of things, protein, high fat, and stay away from those bad carbs. Research, like I said, on different health topics in relation to my dad's diagnosis. He's in his third year of his ALS diagnosis. If you don't know anything about ALS, you know, of course, all of you have heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge that we had, I think almost 2 years ago. And a lot of people had never heard of ALS before then and still don't know what ALS is. It's basically your body eats away at your muscles, and it's a fatal disease. Average life expectancy once you're diagnosed is 2 to 5 years. And fortunately for my dad, it's kind of a slow-moving type, because there are different types that can affect different parts of your body. But his is, he has tremors, his muscles are slowly being eaten away, so he's losing his ability to walk, and eventually he will most likely be unable to possibly talk, eat, or breathe, because over time your muscles are eaten away, and that includes, you know, every muscle in your body, including your lungs, your breathing ability, swallowing. Right now he's at the point where he's unable to walk. He can only take a few steps, so basically he is in his wheelchair, power wheelchair, or he has a little lift recliner that he loves watching TV in, and he's now going to be getting a hospital bed, so it's very hard for him to sit upright in bed just to get up to go drink some water or whatever. So between my sister and I, we are his caretakers. He was going to go in assisted living, but we talked him into last January having us being able to come over to their house, my mom and dad. We do all the cooking, cleaning, caretaking, getting dressed, all that stuff that one can't really do when you have these abilities taken away from you. So anyways, while researching ALS and other health issues, now I'm not going to say I know the reason why he has ALS, but a big possibility is heavy metal poisoning, toxicity. So I wanted to let you guys know what I know about it. And one of the things I found interesting was a lot of people that are diagnosed with ALS have been in the military. It can affect any age, any gender. How did my dad get it? It's really unknown, but like I said, I think it is heavy metals. Sorry about that interruption. I had to move locations. Anyways, I was talking about heavy metal poisoning or toxicity. There are several ways that you could end up with heavy metals in your body. A huge one is mercury. And when people think of mercury, they think, oh, it's in tuna fish or other fishes are known to carry them. But I would say the worst culprits of getting heavy metal poisoning from mercury is vaccinations is one of them, and also amalgam fillings, which are the silver fillings that they still use today. And man, they're bad news. You know, I've done some research on them, and they'll never admit it, the American Dental Association, because they still say they're safe to use, but they are absolutely not safe to use. Mercury is about 50% of that amalgam filling is in the filling. So every time you bite down, or say if you have more decay underneath your filling and they go to take it out, and if you don't do it properly, that mercury, it's like an invisible vapor, releases into your body and also the dentist. And it's really bad news. You don't want that. But anyways, what I found recently is I had a toothache in my second to the back bottom molar. And I also read that root canals are not a good thing to get either. I've had multiple root canals, crowns, fillings. I've had a lot of work done in my mouth over the years. And the toothache was caused by I needed another root canal. Well, I decided I would rather pull that tooth, extract it, than have another root canal. So I had them take it out, and it's still open. I need to get a bridge put in. But anyways, the tooth in front of that tooth extracted had a amalgam filling. And the doctor I went to see is a biodentist. So he practices the Huggins protocol, which is safe mercury removal. So if you don't know about it, please look it up. It's very important that if you're going to have a silver filling replaced or removed, to have it done properly. Man, the Huggins protocol is really strict on how to remove it. They don't drill because heat causes more of the vapor to be released. And they have, gosh, it looks like gas masks. I mean, they are fully protected. And they also put in a rubber dam for me to not get little tiny pieces released into my throat. And just they have a whole protocol that they follow. And I recommend doing that if you're going to have amalgam work done, meaning removed. You don't want new amalgam put in. A lot of the cheaper dentists still use it today, and it's just horrible that kids are having that put into their mouths, and it's going to cause future health problems. They link it to cancer and ALS or Parkinson's, all sorts of horrible diseases that you do not want. Health issues. So once I had my mercury filling removed properly, and that was in March, I can't even explain. Probably within a month, I felt so different. So like, for example, I just felt like the fog was kind of released out of my head. So when I read something, like if I'm reading a paragraph or something, and before I kind of get kind of impatient, or I couldn't just sit there and focus on reading the whole thing. And now I can. So that's one difference I've noticed. I've also noticed that since then, and it's been slow and steady over these past months, but I've noticed that I can't say that I've lost weight. I don't weigh myself, really. I don't really stress too much about that. I've noticed that my clothes are looser on me, so my arms have shrunk and my legs. I've noticed that quite a bit. And I find that very interesting. So I looked up mercury removal or whatever I typed in and weight loss. And there is a connection. I couldn't believe it. So I wanted to pass that on to you guys to let you know that if you are struggling still with your weight and you've done HCG round after round, that actually could be a possibility that if you have silver fillings, that is causing that's actually causing your body to not be able to release 100% of your bad fat. There is a connection. I find that really interesting. I still have one left up on this side, which I plan to get removed. Oh, my battery's about to die. I need to get that removed by the end of this year. Sorry about that. I had to run and plug my computer and it was about to die. Anyways, I need to get the second removal done by the end of this year, I hope. And I'm just looking forward to being able to find out what that's going to feel like. I bet I'll even feel even better. That didn't make sense. I'll feel even better. I think that I'll feel even better with the second removal. So I'm looking forward to that. And just a side note that normal, regular dentists will not do the Huggins protocol. You have to find and seek out a specialized dentist that does practice the Huggins protocol. And I'll try and put a link in down below for that too. So you can find one that's in your state, hopefully close to you. And they also don't cover all the costs. Like if you have dental insurance, they're not going to cover the full cost of getting something specialized like that done. So, but it's worth it. It's not safe to have the mercury in your body, and if you do have mercury toxicity and you finally get rid of your fillings, you need to also look into chelation, and there's a certain way of doing that properly too. So anyways, wanted to pass that info on. I found it very interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. So sorry it took me so long to check in, but this channel will probably be kind of transferring over to anything LuLaRoe related instead of HCG. So see you guys later. Bye bye.